Hello there, my YouTube family. Hope you all are doing awesome. Welcome to yet another new episode of our Girls and Say podcast with your girl Lynn here. And if you're new here, this is a safe space for me and you to have bold conversation, all things positive vibes with extra fun on it. So feel free to subscribe, like, comment and share with your friends if this content helps you in any way. And without wasting any more minute, but before we get to the video of today, guys, I am so sorry I forgot to wish you all a happy new year. Oh my god, I am so sorry for that. I know, I'm just hoping your new year has started out as smooth as possible. Yes, that's the most important part of it. So yeah, just happy new year. I love you all. Continue supporting me, continue being here for me. Yes, I think that's all, but I have a lot to say, but we're just gonna talk about that right now. Anyway, let's get to the video of today. So today we'll be talking about how people pleasing can fucking ruin your life. People pleasing will take you nowhere. It will ruin your life and will take you nowhere. Literally. Half of my life I was pleasing people so much. In my high school, and my primary school, and my workplaces. Oh my god, I was just doing it extra. I didn't realize how toxic it can be until you just break that bubble that you have always been caging yourself into, and you kind of get that freedom of testing testing who you are, the freedom of testing your self-identity, the freedom of testing your self-care in the most incredible way. When you get to test all that freedom, you just come to realize that, oh my god, I have been ruining myself in a way that I didn't know how I was doing it, but I was just doing it because I was, feeling maybe lonely. I was trying to get validations from other people. And that's the most heartbreaking part of it, because sometimes we forget that our solitude is the most important part of our existence. You finding peace when you are alone, when you finding courage, you finding strength when you are alone is the most incredible thing to ever do in your life. You guys, you have to believe me on that, because for me, as I told you guys, I was pleasing people half of my life until I turned into my late 20s, and I was like, no way, I am tired, I am exhausted, I think I'm gonna stop now. Because you wake up in the morning, you kind of search in your mind, what kind of a face are we gonna put on today? A kind face. We are gonna be kind to everybody even when they fuck us up. We're gonna be kind to everybody even when they don't respect us, they don't value us, they don't see us as human beings that need space, that need this and that. Because when you are pleasing people, when you are there trying so hard to kind of make people feel seen, feel okay, you are denying yourself the parts of whereby you have to be kinder to yourself before you be kinder to other people. You have to kind of respect yourself first before you respect other people. So you wake up every day, you kind of put that face of kindness, of fake smiling, of fake friendship, and you kind of put to people out there to just take it the way they want it, to just use it the way they want to use it, because they don't give a shit about you as a person. They don't give a shit about you as an individual. You have feelings, you're getting hurt, but they don't give a shit about that. Because I realized that we please people because we don't love ourselves enough to say no. See, when you say yes to something, that means you're saying no to something. So when you're saying yes to something, when people are telling you, okay, let's go to a party, yes, you say yes. Okay, let's go to a movie. Oh yes, let's go. Oh, I think we have a journey, we have a traveling to do. Can we go together? Oh yes, you agree to that, you agree to this, you agree to that, you agree to this and that. But when you are saying yes to all of that, when you're saying yes to being kind to people who don't give a shit about you, when you're saying yes to just being dragged everywhere that people think that they have to go with you, oh hello, yeah, I need to go this and that, can you take me? And you say yes all the time. That means you are saying no to your self-respect. You're saying no to your time. You don't value your time. First of all, you don't value yourself as a person. You don't value you as an individual. You don't value that. You don't value your what is it called, your privacy, because you are always allowing people onto your life constantly, always are there with yourself, because you don't value yourself. You don't value that. So when you're saying yes to something, that means you're saying no to yourself. You're saying no to your self-care. You're saying no to being your first priority. Because you don't, first of all, respect yourself. You don't value yourself. You don't respect your time. You don't respect your privacy. You don't respect you as an individual. Because you're always constantly saying yes to people, yes to people. Probably because you're looking for validation from other people. You're trying to force them to like you in a way that you have no idea how much they despise you when the curtains are closed and they're like, oh god, that guy is too much. I felt that. I honestly felt that, as I told you guys. I was pleasing people have of my life, and I didn't realize how terrible it can be until you kind of break that bubble out. So for me, I was trying so hard to please people because I was feeling lonely, first of all, and I kind of wanted people to like me, everybody to like me at school, at workplaces, at home. I was trying to please everybody because I wanted to be on their good side all the time. I want them to talk and be like, oh yeah, that guy is always awesome. Oh, that guy is always this and that. And that validation never came. That attention that I was looking for, it wasn't good. And I was trying so hard to kind of please them because I want them to like me. I wanted them to see me. I want them to be my friends because I wanted as much friends as possible. And until now, do I realize that being alone is the fuckiest, most awesome way to live? You get what I'm saying? So pleasing people will take you nowhere. I was there. I was pleasing a bunch of people every day, constantly. I was faking a smile, I was faking friendship, I was faking everything. I was living a dark life, I was living a terrible life. The reason being, I was looking for validations from other people. I wanted attention, I wanted to feel seen, I wanted to feel loved, I wanted to have as many friends around me as possible. I wanted to have a huge circle because sometimes society can make you feel like you being your own version of yourself in that solitude moment can be as boring as fuck. Because yes, we are social human beings, we need other people, definitely, but at the same time you have to find peace in your solitude. You have to find peace in your version whereby you are alone. Because if you don't feel comfortable, don't love yourself enough when you're alone, you don't value yourself enough when you are alone, then you're looking for other people's opinions out there, you're looking for other people's care and happiness and love, you're looking for all those things from other people. Then how are you gonna get them? How are you gonna feel satisfied if you're not satisfied with yourself, first of all? Because we have to be our own first, our own people first before we go out there and kind of make other people happy, make other people feel good, be kind to other people out there before you have been kind to yourself. How is that even gonna work? I didn't know that. I mean, I had no clue that's how it works, that I have to fucking love myself first, that I have to fucking adore myself first, me and my offloads and my weirdness and my craziness. I have to fall in love with that before I go out there and care for other people and feel and kind of show kindness to other people out there. Because I felt like being me being on my own is not a sexy thing to do, it's not a fun thing to do, it's not a good thing to do. I have to be having a bunch of useless people around me, and I don't mean that in a terrible way or in a wrong way. No, what I mean is that I was thinking that me having people around me, people who won't help you in any way, because this is now where the part is, well, this is the part where it's the most scariest one. See, you are being so people pleasing out there. Every day you wake up in the morning, you go to work, and you're always smiling to other people, you're always being kind to other people. You're just people, yani literally, you are pleasing people a lot. And I mean a lot. So you have gone with your day, you have pleased a bunch of people at your workplaces, at school, wherever you are. And now it's night and you are on your own with yourself, with your thoughts, with your version of yourself. You are alone. You have nobody around you. How does it feel? To be honest, it doesn't feel good at all, because now the curtain are closed, the show it's over, you have been faking smile, have been this and that. Your body, at the end of the day, your mind, your body, your inner self, your emotions, you as a person still, You're tired. You have been faking so much. You have been straining yourself so much to fit on places where you're not supposed to be. So what happens to your body? What happens to your inner self? First of all, you're gonna feel shitty as hell. That's the honest part. You're gonna feel like the world has kind of closed on you. Like you have no space to breathe. You have no space to kind of be better for yourself, because you have been sharing your parts of yourself, the most important parts of yourself, with people who don't give a flying fuck about you. That's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel, oh God, I am not my best version. Oh my, I am done. I am tired. You're gonna feel tired. You're gonna feel exhausted, because you yourself, you're tired. That's the honest part. Because see, you faking, you trying to please everybody means that you are always leaving parts of yourself to other people. Because when you show people that it's okay for them to come into your life, to come into your space, to come to your own personal space, and for them to always take things that they don't belong to them, but you always allow them to kind of take those small parts of yourself, means that not only are you giving them the freedom to do so, but you are also allowing them to kind of get into your head and kind of make you feel like you being there for yourself is not something good to be happy about. So you allow them to take those small parts of yourself, but at the same time you forget that you are a human being. You have emotions, you have feelings. So when you share these parts of yourself with people out there who don't give a shit about you, what happens to your mind and your body and your emotions and all of that? They kind of get tired from giving all the time and they are not receiving anything. So you kind of end up having those moments whereby you having breakdowns, having anxiety all the time, because you are tired. You have no other things or any other parts of yourself to share with other people. So your body is exhausted and it's tired. So what happens after that? You're gonna have like a terrible day. You're gonna have those kind of parts of life whereby you are always constantly thinking of, okay, so what else am I gonna give to people? I have given them everything, my time, my privacy, my personal space, my everything. What else do I have to give to them? Nothing else. And then you are tired, and that's the moment where it clicks and you're like, okay, I have been giving too much. I have been doing this and that. And that is the worst part of it. You sharing your parts of yourself with other people who don't give a shit about it. They don't even know you. But you are doing so to get validation from other people, to make people feel seen, to make people do this and that, to make them feel like they have control over you, because that's what you have allowed them to see in you. And let me tell you something, there's nothing worse than that. You allowing people to make you feel that they have control over you. I mean, they realize that they have control over you. What are they gonna do? They are gonna use you, because you're free. Because you're just there. You're just a vessel there that is waiting to be filled by other people, to be used by other people. And now they have that knowledge that, oh, so she's always available. Oh, so she's never doing anything but just waiting for us to look for her and do stuff with her. So that means we can take advantage of her. Oh, that means we can use her time. Oh, that means she doesn't give a shit about her privacy. So let's just go in there and make it ours. Because you have given them that freedom to do so. Pleasing everybody, everyone you meet out there, you're like, oh yeah, I want to be your friend. Oh yeah, you're always smiling at them, all of that and that. But you forget that when you're saying yes to something, that means you are always saying no to something. As I said earlier, guys, you're saying yes to all this clubbing. You're always saying yes to these parties. You're always saying yes to going out all the time, every Friday. That means you're also saying no to your self-care routine. You're also saying no to your privacy. You're always saying no to you being kind to yourself, to you seeing yourself, to you believing in yourself in ways that you don't understand. But until you break that bubble that you have been living there for the longest time, that have been caging yourself, because believe me when I tell you that most of the shit that we get ourselves into is always our fault in a way. And I don't mean that in a terrible way. What I mean is that people can't hurt you if you haven't allowed them to hurt you. People can't use you if you haven't given them the opportunity to get into your life and kind of fuck it up and use you in a way that leaves you broken, leaves you hardy. People can do that until you give them the freedom to do so. People can't make you feel worthless if you don't allow them to feel you, to make you feel worthless, If you don't allow people in your life, that's better, because that means that you have self-value, you have self-identity, you have self-awareness that I need to be alone for me to do this and that. I need to not satisfy everybody. I need to not always think of everybody when I'm doing my own shit. Like, I have to go there and do my thing without thinking of other people's opinions, because those are things that you need to get out of your head. So people can't hurt you, people can fuck you up if you haven't given them the space, the freedom to get into your life and kind of just do whatever they feel like it's okay for them to do to you, or to do to your life, or anything like that. So as I said, guys, that's my point. The things that most of us get ourselves into, first of all, it was our way of kind of escaping from things, but we gave them the freedom to do so. So that most of the things that we get ourselves into, terrible things, they might be terrible things, they might be good things, but we forget that we had the control to do so. So it's first of all our fault. You have to kind of be self-aware. Oh yeah, I had a friend who did this and that to me. Like, ukapewa your character development by someone, you're like, oh my god, now that's how the world works. You get what I'm saying? You guys, you gotta tell me, what is the worst character development you have ever gotten from your friends? Because for me, oh my god, that's a story for another day. But I want to hear from you. Or what's that character development that you got from people and you're like, okay, now my eyes are open, I'm never gonna repeat that shit again. And you are like, you snap out of it and you are like, okay, I get it. That's how life is, So other things that you do, make sure you're always not saying yes to people, saying yes to others' opinions and all that shit. You first of all have to see yourself, feel good about yourself, find that comfortableness in your solitude, because you people pleasing, I mean, guys, it's not gonna take you anywhere. People pleasing will take you nowhere, and I mean nowhere. And until you realize that, you're gonna stop being kinder to people. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you have to stop making people feel like they have control over you. And when you do that, you get even that self-respect from other people. You get what I'm saying? So people pleasing will take you nowhere, and until you realize that, you being yourself is the best feeling ever, because I felt shitty for the longest time, but until I broke that bubble that I was caging myself into, I am fantastic, I am awesome. So stop pleasing people. Please yourself. If you have to please anyone, please yourself. Give yourself anything that you want to do. Just give yourself the life that you want, instead of concentrating on other people's opinion, negativity, nini stuff. No, please yourself. If you're so hungry on pleasing people, please yourself, darling. Just please yourself. And I'm telling you guys, when you have that control of yourself, I promise no one will ever take control over you, because that means you have self-value, you have self-awareness, you have self-identity. When you have all those kind of things all lined up, people are gonna be super scared of you in a way that they can't hurt you, they can't make you feel used or anything like that. So stop pleasing people. Have self-respect, because pleasing people means you don't have self-respect, you don't have self-identity. And with that being said, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for